Warning, this program is no fucks given, attitude driven, and is the opinion of two dudes with a computer. If you are offended, frankly, we are beyond giving a shit. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh yeah, here we go. There ain't no stopping them. It's the news from two dudes with attitude. Now, here they are, your hosts, Mr. Bruce and the Reverend Brock Lee. Mr. Bruce, what is happening, sir?
Not much, buddy. How are you doing, man?
I am good. I am good. That does not. Oh, your two channels that failed, right? When we went live, trying to get them over there. So we're not there. Tried, but we got to figure that out when you get home. But I see that that's not Orlando in your background or nowhere in Orlando.
No, this is welcome to Cancun, man. Actually, specifically, this is Puerto Morales. They call the region Cancun because that's the airport you fly into. But that's like saying you fly into Orlando, you can stay into Daytona, Clearwater, Sanford, Kissimmee, the whole thing, man. So I'm actually in Puerto Morales, which is just south of Cancun. When we went to Royalton in October, we're about 15 minutes south of that.
Oh, okay.
But same
a little closer to the airport than we were.
No, I'm actually a little bit further away from the airport.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, same general proximity, man.
Okay. Any of those little critters, those ring-tailed critters, what the hell were they? I can't remember.
Not at this. No, not. I'm at Secrets. I'm at Secrets and Breathless. No, there are no critters at Secrets and Breathless, man.
No critters here, huh? Well, they were cute. They were causing a problem, and they were out by the guard gates. Everybody needed to get over themselves.
They're great. You know? They're great, but no, this resort does not have critters. Actually, come to think of it, we were talking about it. I haven't even seen a single fly, and even the birds here don't even come down to try to swoop for your food, man. It's actually amazing how they've kind of done some of that stuff, man. But yeah, but yes, I'm in Cancun, and it's actually very, very cool, man. So
yeah, I'm pissed off we didn't get to make the trip with you. You know, this is one we would like to have done or whatnot. But again, Gillian's work, things like that, you know. So is that
obligations? I'm blessed enough that I'm flexible enough to be able to do this, and Bridget managed to go ahead and carve some time out of her schedule to get away. Although she has her laptop and swearing she's working from here. I'm sure she probably is while I'm out doing my stuff. But yeah, Bridget's having me go and do some work too. But I'm enjoying the travel agent life, man.
Well, that's good. That's good. We need to enjoy, you know, how many people are getting up every day and not enjoying what they do for a living?
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, that sucks. And, you know, we've all been there. Even as hard of a time as Gillian has had, and I wish people would understand what I'm talking about here. She's been through a lot of work. It's been a rough almost a year now. Okay. You know, but they're winning. They're getting things back. They're setting things up or whatnot. But she likes what she does. She enjoys working with people, that type of thing. So it makes a difference. And me going to work is generally a walk in from the other room, you know. So I'm very fortunate there, you know. So it's huge when you can do what you want. I see people popping in, coming in, seeing what we're talking about today. Y'all come on in. Let's ask Bruce about Cancun. What's happening, where we're at. This is kind of a thing. I just wanted y'all to see some of the stuff that the man does, where he goes. And we're very fortunate. He drags me and Gillian along with him. So, you know, we love it. We love to travel, you know. Bruce,
I dragged you onto I dragged you to a free cruise that time. And
yeah.
We discuss all the time, and we talk about trying to get y'all to go. And you know, it'll happen. I'm sure it will, man. You just got to go ahead and carve time out for it.
Absolutely. Jasmine, good to see you. Bruce, my man, is in Cancun. This time I'm not with him. Damn it. And well,
not
you know,
for lack of trying. It is not for lack of trying.
No, I know. We just couldn't pull it off this time. Linda, it is good to see you. Yes, people should enjoy the work they do. follow your bliss. Absolutely. You know, Linda and I were with you in Cancun on that one trip, on the TWAA trip, and we had a ball. You know, it was a great place. I got to meet her and her wonderful husband, Stan. And, you know, it was a great time. We had a good time. Now, this resort you're at is a secrets resort, right?
Right. This is a bit upscale from. This is actually Secrets. This is actually Secrets Riviera Cancun. It was a Breathless resort, and they're trying to rebrand Breathless. When they opened, I was at this resort the weekend that it opened up in 2016. And it was designed to go ahead and be targeted for millennials, high energy. They had 3 pools. They had the mild pool, the medium pool, and the wild pool. The wild pool, they had a DJ stand who would actually go ahead and go over the pool like this, and they had DJs rocking. It was all purple. The bar could be that pool could be topless, had a foam party in it, the whole thing. And they realized that that model was not working for them. So now the DJ stand has been kind of brought back a little bit. It's now just a thing over the pool. They still play rock and roll, good music, dance music, but it's not quite so high energy. Foam parties are gone. It's no longer topless. It's designed more for younger people, but they're looking for more of a rewarding vacation more than a party hotspot. So to complement that, they took the mild pool that was supposed to be really, really cool and mellow and stuff like that, and they rebranded that to a totally different resort. They took that into a higher end property. It's all preferred. All the rooms have like a hot tub on the balcony. It's got a private restaurant on it, good food, got entertainment. You'll hear Argentine tango coming up, starting here probably much anytime. Exactly. Tomorrow they have a show that's got Frank Sinatra, Jimmy Stewart. It's called The Gentleman. It's supposed to be a really, really nice show. A certain Soleil kind of vibe to it going on. But yeah, they've actually taken this and they made it when you have a wedding going on or a group, this is where the parents go to, the grandparents go to, the ones who enjoy the finer things, while the kids can be over there and still seeing a party atmosphere. So first time here, they just did this. They did this during COVID. They were trying to rebrand during COVID, or trying to rebrand it a couple years ago. The COVID hit, so everything kind of got put on hold. So they decided to go and brand it into a Secrets. And so far, it's working good. We really enjoyed this. So,
hola, Bridget. How are you, Senora? It would be Senora now because you could. Well, actually, I think you would still be a Senorita because you're not officially married. So I don't know where that falls now with all that over there. But yeah, I want to come back to COVID and trips and traveling and things like that because I know we're plotting and planning here for another Tarot with an Attitude getaway. And we're talking about a cruise. One of the things I want everybody to be aware of, though, and whatnot, I don't know how close everybody is to Florida, you know, but one of the things while you were gone yesterday, you know, don't leave me alone, I'll play. I had Ryan Young on, who is our young millennial that has property out in Northwest Florida, out in the Ocala area. Okay. And Tammy Sprinkle's out that way. She's over in my old stomping grounds, Levy County. We got Becky up in Jacksonville. We got you in Orlando. A lot of people, the tribe coming in. We actually talked about let's put together a Florida tribe or whoever wants to come in. And this is where you would come in to help them book a room or a flight or whatnot. Doing a barbecue out there on his property, okay? And being able to sit around a bonfire that evening or whatnot, but people would be able to go back to their hotels or whatever they do. But that's something we're kicking around. And I know you're like going, shit, what are you doing to me? Yeah, but it's just something for us to get to and some Florida people to come in and join and fellowship or whatnot. I think seeing new places, new things is huge. So, you know, we were talking about a cruise for Tarot with an Attitude next year. We were going to give everybody a year's time. And then we talked about it because of the whole COVID thing and all that crap and whatnot, putting it on hold because we were getting the vibe that some of all the vaccination requirements and all that stuff might actually go by the wayside on cruise lines. Do you see that happening so we could start really looking at starting to plan some things and get the group and get them out on a good cruise?
Now, professionally, as a travel agent, I've got to go ahead and say, I don't know. All we know is right now, COVID protocols are in place until we hear differently. Professionally, that's my answer. Now, personally, CDC recently went ahead and took away all restrictions for cruise lines. So the restrictions they have on the cruise lines themselves have in place. And I do see them being relaxed. They've actually already started to go ahead and relax them some for children under 5. The other lines are doing children under 12. I would willing to go ahead and speculate that by second, third quarter of the year, you'll probably see those go away. I like to think that by next year, if I had to go ahead and speculate, crystal ball, if I had to speculate by next year, all that'll be optional for you.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. And then we can get everybody else and we're not dealing with some certain things or whatnot. But, I've also said if somebody wants to go, they'll go,
And that's it. If somebody wants to go ahead and see the Reverend, see Bruce in Cancun, if someone wants to go ahead and go, they're going to go. Any excuse will go ahead and work for them not to go ahead and go. Well, don't have a passport, got to get a COVID, don't have money, blah, blah. You know what? If you want to get a passport, it doesn't cost that much. If you want to go ahead and go, if you gave up one dinner a month for 6-8 months, you'll be able to go ahead and go.
Especially when we're talking about a cruise, because you've got some great deals on these cruises we were looking at.
Absolutely. And I know we're trying to find something a little more high-end and posh and special, but the truth is there are some lines that the price point's there, and we could go ahead and do people into a real value price point and then put them into a very much nicer price point. They want to go ahead and go, and Carnival has washed out some of their more cheesy ships. Actually, I can't say that. But Carnival has realigned their fleet, and some of the realignments actually step up. The ships that I'm not currently putting people on, I'm going to mention them by name, but there are a bunch out there who, if you want to go onto it because it's cheap, you're going to have to hear a 5-minute tirade for why you don't want to go on there, why it's why it's not. I would rather you spend $200 and go into something nicer because it'll be a more value vacation. Those low-end ships are pretty much done. And they're replacing them with nicer ships anyway. So absolutely. And there's a couple that are out of Port Canaveral, Miami, who are both Miami's easy to fly into. Port Canaveral is easy for all the Floridians to get into. Sometime around next spring, next summer, we can kind of start working on it. We're talking about a year out. I want to get a pulse on kind of where people are at and doing it. I did enjoy the resort trip we did. I think that was impactful for a lot of us, but it came with some logistical and planning issues that I don't think we've actually quite overcome yet.
Right.
So,
well, it was our first go round, our first try. Jasmine, I'd like to know, pop in. Would you like to go on a trip with the crew? That was something. We had over 20-something people there on that last one, and we had a ball. There was, like I said, there was some ups and downs, but it was our first one. So we were trying some different things and whatnot. And I know some of the people said they'd love to go back. Al, would you like to meet us in person and take a cruise? The cruise is where I think I would like to go, because no matter what's going on, you can always stay entertained. Okay. That just seems something. It's not always okay. so many things to go do, so many things to happen and whatnot. So we'd be able to do a lot of stuff. So, and again, folks, what Bruce is saying is pop in, tell us cruise. Is there a destination you'd like to look at? What are we going? What do you want to do? Let's see. But I think cruises are an easy way for us to get together. All the food's included. Everything's included. I love that all-inclusive thing, where once you're on the boat, the party starts. We're not dealing with the airport. We're not dealing with the transportation. We're not dealing with all that stuff. Well, if some people are coming in from out of state, you're dealing with.
Actually, I can put the cruise. I can put you from the airport onto the cruise ship. I can do all that. Ideally, I'd like to go ahead and just address the cruise as a fundamental part to it, as a big piece. But then if you want to go and plug some pieces into that, I can do that for you a la carte as well. And the thing about a cruise is, if you get the drink package, a lot of times it can get pricey. It can. But if you're going to go ahead and drink, you're going to buy drinks anyway, plan that into it. And we can give you a upfront cost for what that will go ahead and be before you get on. That gives you 15 drinks a day for you, 15 for your partner. For me and Rob, realistically, we don't drink enough to really make it worth our time to get the package. So we can kind of go a la carte.
We didn't have the package when you and I went to Bimini. It was, because again, we drank, but not 15 drinks a day. It just didn't make it worth it. So, and it was good. We still drank.
We put our time in the casino.
I know went on a couple times.
And as I recall, neither one of us, I think we both came out a little bit ahead. Not a whole lot ahead, but it didn't cost us anything to be there, I don't think.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what was fun? We had fun sitting at the bar, and I was doing readings for people, that I didn't even know. And we had a couple of people it kind of threw me that while I was doing readings, they were like, "Those are tarot cards." I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "I know you. I've seen you on YouTube on your show." And it was like kind of startling. But then remember what was funny? I had my hat on. Who was the coach people thought I was? I don't know.
Mike Arians.
Huh?
Mike Arians. Which you look just like him.
So
I showed you a picture and you're like, "How did you do that picture?" I said, "That's him." No, that's me. No, that's him. But yeah.
Exactly. So, Linda, yes, Cancun was lots of fun. We'd love a cruise. It's my 60th birthday this July, so Stan may have to call Bruce for a surprise for me. Yes, he's watching, LOL. Hey, Stan, give Bruce a call. Maybe we can all figure something out and go for Linda's birthday. That would be fun. Might not be as romantic for you two if we're all crashing the party, but it would be a ball. Stan was talking about all of us getting together, him coming to Florida, and us meeting in St. Augustine, that type of thing. I'd love to get together and see the people again, see what's happening, see the tribe up close and in person.
Bridget would kill me. That is the 1 month we do not have a trip planned. We have trips planned out every month except for October. I can't do, but we don't have July planned out. We don't have October planned out, but we have a trip planned every month in the meantime. So if I put something in the July window, Bridget's going to kill me.
I hear you. So, Ron Hive, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We're here with Mr. Bruce, who's in Cancun. We just thought, is this having anything to do with spirituality tonight? No, not really. Doesn't mean anything, but Ron Hive's there saying hi to Mr. Bruce. So we talk about traveling. We talk about going places all the time. Huh?
This is self-healing. This is wellness. This is self-healing. This is that aspect of it. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to take care of anybody else.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize how good you can feel after going someplace like this and just being able to turn off. If you remember the last cruise we took, you and Bridget and Gillian and I accidentally left my phone. We won't get into that story, okay? But I left my phone at home, okay? Asshole. It was one of those things, that but 2-3 days in, I was wigging out. It was like, I'm on Gillian's phone. I'm trying to find my email and all this stuff. Finally, I just folded to it. I was like, that's it. And now I actually find myself when I went home after being there, I leave my phone in the car. If I've just run up to the store, I leave my phone here. I strongly suggest it's a big thing for people to learn to step away from that phone. That was it was good.
And that's finding the brighter side to because when you forgot your phone, we'll go with grumpy.
Yeah, we'll go with grumpy. We'll go with grumpy. That was it. Well, I had so much going on, and I felt like I had to stay in contact and do whatever. And here I sit, and it's one of those things where if we're going to wrap spiritual for a minute, where I tell people the situation is what it is. Learn to be present, learn to be here, be in the moment. And I had so much stuff going on. I felt like I was failing people and failing things. And actually, who I was failing was myself by not being present, being in the moment, enjoying everything that was happening. Really, it was a lesson learned for me. Deborah, Bangarang, Robin, Bruce, glad to see you. Is there a trip coming up? We were just talking about that, Radha. We want to plan one. We're trying to let some of the what's the word? The COVID stuff.
We're thinking ahead until next June-ish, next summer.
Yeah.
Kind of let a lot of stuff get out of the way, get some more people involved. We're trying to gauge interest on who wants to go ahead and go. Radha, if you want to go ahead and commit to it, let us know. We're right now actually getting a head count for kind of how many we got, how many we don't, who actually wants to go and commit. But let's say we're talking next arbitrarily, I'm going to say first week in June. And that's an arbitrary date. But let's say first week in June, the rates go up, a cruise out of Miami, Orlando, Tampa, somewhere out of Florida.
Yeah, and it would be in 2023. Or,
right.
2023. So, we'd love to see you there. We would love to see you there. It is one of those things. So, in that, I want everybody to see Linda is fixing to be a grandma. Okay. Linda, is this your first grandchild? I'd like to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Tell us what's happening, what's going on. I would love to. 2023? Yes, absolutely 2023. So, Linda, tell us, is this your first grandchild? And what's going on? How are things going? Are we wanting a boy? Are we wanting a girl? Or do you just want it to be healthy? Where are you at? And that I just want it to be healthy, but deep down inside, a lot of people are.
I think everybody says that. I want to be healthy. I want 10 fingers, 10 toes. I'll be happy. But you'll be happy. But you know what you want. I want a daughter I can dress up, or I want a boy I can throw football with. You always kind of got something you want. So you don't want to say if it doesn't happen. You don't want to go and be like, well, I was depressed. No, but kind of what do you well, okay, let's phrase the question differently. What are the pros and cons of having a boy grandchild or a girl grandchild?
Yeah, absolutely. So have you tried astral travel? You know what? I have been out of the body on once or twice, Radha, and actually the first time it happened, it was by accident, and it freaked the crap out of me. I didn't know what was happening. I disconnected. I looked down. I was actually seeing my own body laying in bed. I don't know if it was that or laying next to my ex-wife, whatever it was, but it scared the living crap out of me. There have been other trips I've taken very short because I got to make sure if I'm comfortable leaving my body actually behind. Now, some people do astral travel and they don't. Bruce, what do you think about astral travel?
I've done it a couple times, but it's normally go ahead and I've either been sick or when I was younger, it was very much drug induced. And I was not comfortable with it. It's always been kind of weird. It's something that I would not embrace.
Right.
Some people I know do it all the time. Like I said, when I've done it, I have not planned on it. And out of body experiences just really make me very, very uncomfortable.
Yeah. And that's what I'm getting there is if I know I'm still attached, because I have this feeling what I'm always afraid of is something moving into the void I've left. And I'm guess I'm a little too much of a control freak, okay? Because I don't want to come back and go, where am I? And some of that stuff. Some of that is me still battling demons from being raised in the church. It is getting out of that. You can't do that. It's bad, whatnot. And it's not. But that's, some of that is there. Let's see what's going on. Rob, between both Linda and I, this will be our 11th grandchild. Stan, you two go. Y'all need a vacation. So we need to plan on y'all coming with us in 2023. I want you to do it, but they say you need a mentor. A mentor or a mentos. I don't know. It's not my big thing, Radha. So I would tell you find somebody. But when you go looking for this, my first question is why? Why do you need it? Okay. You chose to be here. We chose this existence for a reason. And I find it funny. It's like sometimes like a bunch of kids, we just can't be happy. Well, somebody else said they did it, so I need to do it too. Why do you need to go to another plane? It's great to see things. I know Stan and I have talked a little bit about this. And I can't wait to get him on the show with you and I to talk about it. And but Radha, it's one of those things. A lot of people are rushing towards it just because they want to say they've done it. But really, what is the need? I can speak to spirit. I can speak to my guides. I actually was in touch with them today, figuring out, some of my guides, we've named them arbitrarily because we're just trying to figure it out. But spent some time this afternoon actually trying to decipher what guides were with me. I can be present. I can be, I can go into a meditative state and be in other places, but my body and I'm instantly here. I don't really need to leave here, so I don't know. Bruce, does that make sense?
It is very, very, very disconcerting. And like I said, I have never planned on doing it. The times I've done it, it's just kind of happened. And no, I'm not comfortable at all with that. I love to go ahead and travel. I love to go and have experiences. That's not one of the ones I want to experience.
Exactly. And I just don't know the need to do it. What's that?
I was telling Stan I love him.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just I don't know if that's something I need to do, I'm trying to figure out what the big, you can connect with other planets, things like. I got a hard enough time connecting with what I've got around me.
No. I've I have a very, very good grasp on what I know and what I do, and I'm very blessed in my world. I'm very comfortable in my little scope. No, I'm good right here. I'm good right here.
Yeah. And like I said, I believe we're spiritual beings having a human experience. And I do believe we chose to be here. So why am I such in a hurry? I'm going to be gone and exploring long enough at the end of my life. Why do I need to leave this plane right now? Now, if I can be out and touch and be involved with my spirit guides, things like that, or something, then maybe so. But I believe the whole purpose is to learn to do that from here. I believe, like Stan was in seeing through dimensions and seeing through time. That's a talent, but that's something here. But you're here, okay? You're not leaving here to go there. And so many people that I feel are into that. I kind of wonder sometimes why they're so anxious to be gone from this life. Are we escaping? What do you think?
Like I said, I enjoy, I'm not a control freak, but I've been out of control so many times that I like being grounded. And when I'm doing that, I'm not grounded. And
right.
It's that if you want to go ahead and do it, God bless you. See
Absolutely.
Somebody actually walk you through it. I'm cool with that. But I can't at all encourage or support it. And that's a trip. That's one of the few trips I do not want to take with you.
And Rana, one of the things I would tell you or anybody that's considering this, and if you want to find somebody to help you do it, research that person like crazy, because it's like going to a hypnotherapist. You just want to go to, Johnny Hypno on the corner, because you're opening up your subconscious. You are very well making yourself vulnerable. I know in hypnotherapy, they can't make you do anything you don't want to do. Okay. I got it. But you're still opening up the deepest part of you with somebody you don't have any idea about. So I would always caution people, know who you're talking with, know what they're doing, research them, find out, are they legitimate? I really want to do hypnotherapy. I really want to learn it. I just have not taken the time to do it. I think it's a phenomenal way to help people. I think there are different things. But I'm more in tune with it, and I'd like for us to talk to Becky Gregory about doing some past life regressions. And, but she does past life regressions without hypnosis, so actually, love to hear more about it.
I've talked with Becky a little bit, because the plan was to go ahead and get her onto the show, actually go ahead and have you and I have an experience and get her on. And I think actually it does involve a certain level of hypnosis and giving up and giving her insight into what you have. And I mean, that's where taking a road trip for me. I'm going to take a road trip up there, see her whenever she gets back. And we're going to go ahead. You'll see her on somewhere along the line, hopefully sooner than later. But she is busier than I am with traveling. So
yeah, she is on the go a lot, man. Yeah. She is on the go. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not crazy about astral travel, but I like having different experiences. I'm still young. And again, there's so many experiences that you can have here. There's so many experiences you can have through meditation and being able to step out and step away from your mind without leaving your body. Go there first. There are beautiful places. You can build yourself your own construct, a place to escape to, a place. I meditated this morning and actually saw a face of I want to talk to Bridget a little more when she gets back. I want to talk to Becky about who I actually saw and who I was led to believe they were, and that was sitting right here in this office. I heard my son come and go. So, it was it was kind of crazy, but I was here. I was in control. At any moment I could look up, and if something was going on, I could handle it. Does that make sense?
It does. Go back up to Linda's comment. The first line in Linda's comment. My energy needs to focus on this plane. I wish more people realized that. A lot of people try to go ahead and do this and that, and they're all over the place. And if nothing else, focus on the one thing you're doing until you get it right. and then spread off. And I love the fact that Linda went ahead and said that.
Yeah, me too, Linda. Thank you very much. I think I kind of lost it in that. I get help and guidance when I ask need. I love how I always get what I need. And when you have a place to turn to and some things are real and that you can get to that deeper connection and be here, I think that makes that connection even better. Does that I'm
Absolutely.
hoping
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm still working on perfecting this. And I got a long way to go ahead and go. But and you know what? I will go ahead and do dabble in this, dabble in that, dabble in this, dabble in that, and I'll get distracted and kind of move on. I mean, I've tried to go ahead and play guitar, and I know just not to be dangerous. And I've tried to go ahead and do this and be just to be dangerous. As I get older, really working on trying to go ahead and remove those trifling things from my existence and focus on the things that are impactful, whether it's going to go ahead and be making me better as a person, a husband, as a man, as a businessman, as a provider. But I try to go ahead and find something that's focused on how it's going to go ahead and benefit me directly. And I'll say in a selfish way, because I've got boys and I've got to go ahead and be a role model to them. So I mean, and benefiting me is how is it actually benefiting the ones I interact with? When I learn business, I try to go and share it with people. As you know, I try to share it with you. But I mean, as it's benefiting me, is it making me in totality better for those I interact with?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And one of those things that I am that I will always remember about the Cancun trip was when we went to Tulum. All right. And I had you went off with another group, me and a slower group, and I was fortunate to have Becky with me. And I had a very powerful, past life experience there. And I haven't gone into a lot of detail with it. Maybe at one point we should do one of these and I talk about what I actually experienced in Tulum. But my youngest son and I had always been told that, we have crisscrossed many times in our past lives as brothers, as, just different, always there. And at one point we were both Indians. Now that's all somebody told us, is that we were Indians and we were scouts and explorers, but they never told us what kind or where. And Cody, if you remember, went with you. He wasn't with me when I was having any of my experience. And he walked up to Becky and me and went, "I've been here before, haven't I?" And it was like, "Yeah, bro, you have." And he's like, "All right, that's enough." And he walked off. But it felt like going home. It was really crazy, and that's that's what's really, really big, some who I'm not going to do the tarot tonight with the feelings, things like that. Check back on Saturday, but we are glad you're here. Bangarang, glad to see you. Yesterday I started meditation. My eyes came full of tears. Why it was happening, and some of this is because a lot of times your brain has been so involved in everything else. It's the first time that you got to be alone with yourself. If you truly get there, sometimes being in a mindfulness state, I've got a mindfulness course coming up 2 weeks from this Saturday. All right. Or a week from this Saturday. And I've taken people through mindfulness courses where they literally were in tears. It was very cathartic because they're so tense all the time. We're worried about this. We're worried about that. We're doing this. We're doing that. And I take their body up here and then we let it crash and it comes down here. And they didn't know they could feel that relaxed, and that's all just me talking. I didn't know many people could feel relaxed with me talking. But it's very true. And so that is why this happens sometimes and why we want people to seek it, because you find a different part of yourself, and you're able to be. That's some of that when I do readings for people and you hear me talking about slow down, be quiet, listen, find that inner self. That's what meditation's all about. That's another thing like Bruce does. And being in Cancun, going away. These are his forms of, connecting.
Actually, I got a funny story. And Bridget hates this, but I can like go into like a meditation thing, and I will actually go ahead and drop my blood pressure down to a point that when I'm in the hospital, if I'm not getting nursing care, I'll be like, Bridget, watch this. Nurses running. Bridget hates it, but and that's just I don't know whether that's meditation so much, but that's just actually relaxing my body to the point that, and Bridget, she was just knock that shit off.
Well, and but that's a major talent to be able to do that. And we all can do that. But just you've got, it's kind of like the whole meditation thing or whatnot. Some of us have gotten good at meditating. Some of us haven't. You've gotten very good at being able to be in control of your body, where you can slow your heart rate, slow everything down, your blood pressure drops, and that's amazing. We need more people to be able to do that. I think the stress levels and heart attack levels would bottom out, So, Linda, when tears come, it's usually your heart chakra opening. I loved it when my 22-year-old granddaughter did it after a guided meditation we went to. And absolutely, it is. It can be very cathartic because you're finally in touch with who you are. And a lot of us are walking around thinking we know that, but we really don't, and that is one of those things where it's time to say, okay, practice it, keep practicing it, because that, when you're in these states and you can go back there, a lot of times this is when you can glean information, guidance, things like that, and hear some actual intuitive thoughts and hear your guide speaking to you. All right, that was weird. Never mind.
That's not your guy. That's Gillian yelling at you.
This is something's moving around right to my left and actually making a noise on my desk. So and my air vent is over here. So that's what got my attention. And I know we have a spirit in the house. Cody found out. I talked about it, and he's like, yeah, we got a ghost, right? And I'm like, yeah. I said, because it moved a can of soda across the desk on him, and he left. He's like, yep, that's it. Nope, done. Going back to Tampa. And but they're coming in tomorrow night, so that it'll be fun. And we'll have fun there. But yeah, it is. Many things happening. Somebody that was in this house before we moved in actually died very young. It was a grandmother, the mother, and the granddaughter, and the only one living now. And within 2 months of each other was the grandmother. She lost her granddaughter and her daughter within 2 months, and it was while they were living in this house. So we know one of them, I think it was
did they actually pass in the house, or did they pass in the
No,
hospital?
they were in the hospital, but one of them went down in the house, okay? They took her to the hospital 2 weeks later. She was dead. And that was the young one, is what we're understanding. So we understand sometimes she gets confused. She's here, and she's either here or in that back bathroom of mine, hanging around back there in that office by that little dark little hallway or everything. And it's okay. It's nothing. But I think she just gets confused. And Gillian and I will talk to her, be like, it's okay. Hope, what can we do? Things like that. So she's settled down, but every now and then something will be like this, where it's like, I don't know if she gets startled, has a memory thing, something happened, but you will hear stuff moving or whatnot. She might be trying to get my attention. I have no idea. I've not seen her. We've seen things more like shadow figures, things like that or whatnot, but nothing menacing, nothing menacing at all. I've actually been in the bathroom, having a conversation with, and if anybody's listening to me, like, okay, he's lost his mind, But yeah, no, that's one of the things. Hey, sun's setting there, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Hey, can you make this big? I'm looking at this background behind me, man. And can you make that big?
I tell you what, I'll make.
I just want to go. I mean, this background over here is actually, this resort is amazingly beautiful, man. And it's just, and that picture does not do it justice. This thing is actually amazingly beautiful, manicured, everything so nice. And this is not even ocean view room. This is supposed to be a tropical view room. I mean, you know, this is like the cheapest preferred room they have. And this view over here is absolutely amazing. And you really can't tell, but that light in the middle is actually a piano. They're about to go ahead and have a piano player out there. And yeah, this thing is absolutely amazing out here, man.
Cool. So stuff we can look forward to, like when we go on trips and things like that. It's going to be fun. We're actually going to have a good time. So, food. How's the food?
The buffets are okay. We had dinner on the beach yesterday, and it was a bit windy. And the hot stuff wasn't as hot as it's supposed to be. The cold stuff wasn't cold as it was supposed to be. Wasn't bad. Just wasn't good. Now, we went to the preferred restaurant today. Oh, my God. It was
really
absolutely amazing. And as soon as we get out of here, Bridget and I are supposed to go ahead and go out. And I don't know if we decided to go to the preferred restaurant or go to the French restaurant or the steak restaurant or maybe the Italian restaurant or maybe the
wow.
restaurant. I'm not sure. But yeah, we want to go and do their a la carte restaurants because the food has been good. Buffets have been okay, but you know, resort buffets are supposed to be just okay.
Right.
Actually, the buffet we went to here for, it was our Hobbit pre-dinner after lunch 7th meal of the day. And that was pretty good. That was, or maybe it was pre-lunch, whatever. One of our 7 meals we have during the day on vacation, and that was actually remarkably good too. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, last night wasn't bad, but not gonna lie about it, it wasn't raving. This morning's breakfast, I had salmon Benedict, and it was absolutely perfect.
Wow. Okay. So how about the weather, the water? Is it because I see you got quite a breeze going, so I know that's the ocean breeze. But in the pool, I'm assuming I saw a picture of Bridget by the pool, you know, or whatnot. That water okay, or is it like cold?
The pools, this has 3 primary pools. Every preferred room has a hot tub, and it's also got 2 hot tubs that probably hold 50 people apiece. Well, the one on the Breathless side probably holds 50. The one over here probably holds 20. And those, I wanted to, I took pictures of Jeffy. If you know Jeffy's our mascot. But I took Jeffy in there for some photo shots. And the water in there was actually really, really nice. So it wasn't like the 105 hot tubs are at, but it's probably 60 feet around. So it's probably hard to go and maintain that. It was probably 95. It was hot enough that it was warm to be in.
Okay.
But
well, hey, I know you and Bridget are trying to go and you're going to go out and party and have a good time and whatnot. Do you have Jeffy with you? I don't think Jeffy's ever been on the show, and this could be a Jeffy first. Can you get to him?
We're testing Bridget to see whether Bridget's actually paying attention or whether she has gotten sucked off the TikTok world right now. And the fact that she is not bringing Jeffy to me, leads me to believe that she's probably gotten stuck into TikTok world. But I'm going to show the background for a second.
Yeah. Whoop. There we go. Everybody see this. This is Cancun. And we're talking about trying to put something together here as a group, but we're also we're talking about doing another cruise. But we're letting all of the COVID criteria and everything kind of calm down and see what's going on so everybody can come and we can have a great time together. Jeffy comes with us. It's funny. We always laugh. Is one of Bruce's little, you'll see him. But he's in all the pictures. He goes everywhere. When we took a trip to Seattle and then we went to Alaska, everywhere we went, Jeffy went. And there was like a pop culture museum with all of Star Wars or Star Trek. It was Star Trek. And there's a picture of Jeffy sitting in the captain's chair, things like that. We have a good time. We want to have a good time. We want you all to have a good time. It's one of those things or whatnot. So here we go. Everybody say hello.
This is Jeffy. This is Jeffy.
That's Jeffy.
This is Jeffy. You know what? The story behind Jeffy, I realize that nobody wants to see pictures of us traveling. They don't care about us traveling. But we have a mascot. And Jeffy became our mascot. And we bought Jeffy when we were in Spain, I think it was. Turns out he was a limited edition Playmobil action figure from like 1987, 1988. And I can't have just one because they get beat up. Because, I mean, he goes this all the time. He stores and stuff. So when he comes up used, I buy every Jeffy who is there. Got about 5 Jeffys now. I have single-handedly put a monopoly on Jeffy. So when Jeffy comes up now, instead of him being a little $7 action figure, he is now like $90. And I have to buy them because nobody else can have a Jeffy but me. So I have single-handedly raised the price on this little action figure up to the point that I almost can't afford it. But when they come up, there's a certain manufacturer, a certain action figure, a certain number. When he comes up, I get an alert and I buy them. And normally I got to pay shipping from Europe to get them over.
There you go. Give Stan the name of where you're at.
ApolloTravel.com. And I will take care of you from there. I am at Stan. If you look it up, I am at Breathless Riviera Cancun or Secrets Riviera Cancun. They're both the same resort. I'm at the Secrets All Preferred side, which is where I'll put you up as well too. You and Linda would have a blast here, and I've got a hot tub built for 2 right beside me.
Wow.
So forget a cruise. I'll put you up here. There are no COVID restrictions in Mexico. You have to go and take a test to come back, but no cards, no test before you leave. It's all very cool. Very, very, very minimal mask stuff like that. As long as and everything's open air, and open air, you don't need a mask. And when you go into a restaurant, they ask you to go ahead and wear it when you get seated. And then once you get seated, you take it off. We've had a mask on probably a total of 15, 20 minutes a day when we're here.
Okay. Is there a requirement for a vaccine or no?
Not in Mexico. Now, to return home, TSA wants you to go ahead and have a negative COVID test, which I will go ahead and plan for you at the resort. So last day you're here, they're going to go ahead and give you a nose swab. You get the results back almost immediately, and then you fly home. We take care of everything. Once you go off the plane, I have somebody meet you at the airport. You come to the resort. They tell you what time they're picking you up. You get tested, go in there, and you come back home. Everything you want to do, if you want to do our property stuff, if you want to go ahead and see the Mayan pyramids, you want to go see cenotes, you want to go ahead and climb Koba. Although Stan's probably too old to climb Koba. Stan probably should.
Oh, wow. Stan, you can take that up with him right now. Okay. That's not me, bro. That's not me. Okay. So
climbing Koba is a young man's sport. Yeah,
absolutely. And notice Gillian said quiet until Jeff came out. And there she is.
Jeffy is, like I said, I don't take pictures of me. I take pictures of Jeffy. Nobody cares about what I look like traveling. Nobody cares about seeing a picture of me in front of Notre Dame or me in front of a waterfall, or Bridget on a catamaran. They don't care. But I put a picture of Jeffy up there on it. Boom. All of a sudden, everybody loves the picture. Put Jeffy on there. I mean, catamaran rides. I put Jeffy there. I get 500 likes. I put Bridget and I there. We get 4.
All right. Linda, yes, now I can do the extra stuff since I'm feeling so great. Good. Linda, I want to have you on. We're going to talk about that. That's very important because you and I are trying something new. Bruce doesn't know anything about it yet. I want to talk to him, and I'm going to get some samples over to him and Bridget. This is a new product that she and I have both used. Gillian's using it. And man, with our joints, with different things or whatnot, and the beautiful part, no hemp work shit. All that's gone doing this. And this is just a gel you put on. Man, it's changed us. We'll talk about that when you get back. I want to show it to you and everything else and just get you some samples to try it because Linda is a living, breathing testimony on this. And so we're feeling great. She actually wants to start walking. So you remember, poor thing, what she had to go through when we were in Cancun before, No, now she's looking forward to walking again. So lots going on.
She didn't do Tulum with us because walking would be too much for us, too much for her. And she really missed out on that experience. And swimming in the cenotes. That was very, very, very cool. And that was very refreshing and invigorating. And I think that had some mystical benefits to it as well.
Yeah, I felt it did too. So we'll fill you in on that. Might even be worth a whole show. We'll talk about it and see what's going on. But I think it's time to let you go. I think it's time for me to kick my feet up for a while and probably find out what's going on with this phone call. All right. So you got something you want to end this party with there, bro?
We really didn't get to a whole lot of political stuff. No real debate and banner. But when you talk, keep in mind that your opinion is your opinion. Their opinion is their opinion. And when you're done, all you got is each other. So be nice to each other.
I agree wholeheartedly. And
don't you agree, Jeffy? Jeffy agrees too.
Yeah, it was just nice to sit. Isn't it nice just to sit and shoot the breeze and hear people talk and say, hey, this is what we got going on. It's a great place. That's what we're trying to do is create some positivity and be able to just say, hey, there's some friendly voices out there and we're having a good time. All right? So even Dan.
Drop apollotravel.com in the comments for us or the description, just so as we're talking about it, they can go ahead and get there as well too. If it does not motivate you to go ahead and travel, then I'm not doing my job.
Absolutely. So Stan said, and Stan is just amazed at this product. So that'll tell you, because he's like you with that. He knows what's going on. And we had a conversation the other night. He's just, I can't wait to show it to you and Bridget. It's just amazing of what's going on. So we'll talk about that and see what's happening of what's going there. And folks, sometimes we need to just sit back and chill. And that's what we're doing. That's what Mr. Bruce is doing. And I thought it might be good for y'all to hear us all just kind of act like real people, Let's see what's going on. What's that?
I was reading Deborah's comment.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So, everybody, be nice. Have a good time. But most of all tonight, put your head down, say a prayer, remember what you've got to be grateful for, and just be at peace. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.